Okay guys, so this is like one of my favorite places to antelope hunt. And bottom line is, pretty good water source. I actually put 2 trail cameras on there. I was just paranoid that if one wasn't working, but fortunately both were working. I had the Force 20 from Spy Point on video mode, and we had antelope the day I put it out, and then the last time we had an antelope was August 8th, and we had a buck that does look fairly familiar. But the bottom line is they're not really here. They haven't been here since the 8th. Today's the 14th. That's 6 days. I feel like this spot, because it's so secluded and it's built for spot and stalk and ambush at this one water source, they're just not here. I just checked. It's so wide open, you'd be able to see them. And the trail cameras don't lie. They'll be back. We're just going to have to not commit for opener here, which is fine, and meet up with one of my best friends, Tyler Denham. We usually antelope hunt together or share camp, and we'll go share camp with him. I was going to camp here. They just ain't here yet. We'll be back in a couple days.
I just got back to the truck. Murphy's Law, something always happens. So one of the bikes actually tipped over in the trailer on the way here, and it looks like the fuel filter got cracked. We didn't notice it until we were up checking the camera. So I actually just got back to the truck. I'm gonna try to fix this thing, show you guys basically what's going on. We tried electrical taping it, but that's a no-go. It's not gonna work. But turn it on. That's bad. Oh yeah. Boop. All right, so that took about 5 minutes. And just like that, since we actually had a filter and the tools, I was able to get this bike back up and running. So we're good there. No leaks, got fuel. Just got done test riding it. Everything's good to go. Shoes.
Like those?
Those are antelope hunting shoes.
They're car riding shoes. Sneakers.
Just good for sneaking.
They're sneaking shoes.
Carb up, man.
Nice.
You're gonna need it sitting in the blind all day. Sweating your balls out. Are you doing your underwear? Have you done your underwear before?
Underwear.
Yeah. Wear underwear. So what's up guys, day before the opener, check this out. We got an arrow through a vein. It's a very tight group. This was at back there, what was that? 72. You can see I'm hot. I live at 2,000 feet. Maybe we're camped at 7,500 feet. We'll be hunting antelope at 8,500 feet. There's different, like this is a dry climate. This is an actual desert. And so, oh bother. So one thing to consider is check your ticks as soon as you arrive to camp, which is what I did. So I went and I finished at 20, but I started at like 50. I went to 62, and then I got out to 72 was my furthest. By the way, I'm feeling really good. Clean brakes. I made an adjustment since Total Archery Challenge, and I'll tell you what it is real quick. I've been getting sloppy and dropping this elbow down. I don't know why. And so when this elbow goes down, the shoulder goes up. And that's something I've been working on for years, but I've just kind of neglected it. And just the other day I had an epiphany. I'm like, man, bring the shoulder down more, and it lifted this up, and I felt more compression, more braking naturally, and everything just feels better. So for me, I made an adjustment, and it's really tightened up my groups. That might work for you, it might not. So ignore or listen. But here, I definitely had to adjust my sight tape. I had to basically cut a yard. So I just took my thread on my needle indicator, and I just shot right here for 50 yards. And I made 49 yards my new 50. So just cut 1 yard. And then I finished at 20, and everything looks good. We're super confident. I'm gonna be shooting a Fatal Steel from Grim Reaper. It's a 125, expandable mechanical. Would never shoot an elk with that. That's just me, you do you. Why aren't you using the single bevel? Because they're, I'm hoarding them for elk. I have a lot of elk tags, and I don't want to run out. So yeah, that's why. Jake and I, we have one more scout mission. We gotta go get a camera over here that's not working for some reason. We gotta get eyes on this basin, and then I got another spot over here where I saw antelope when I scouted a couple weeks ago. I wanna go see if they're still there for spot and stalk. Still want to go down. Morning guys, opening day. We slept in kinda. Tyler's with us, and I told him there's this dude who I ran into last year, fellow hunter. He discovered our area. It's public land, right? It's like, you might want to get up a little earlier. He's like, I was like, well, what are you gonna do when he drives by in the morning heading right to your spot? He's like, no. Well, sure as guy rolls by and Tyler hopped on his four-wheeler like to go past some public land jockeying, but oh boy, Jake and I, we're sleeping in. We're coming up to the saddle. We got our cow decoys. There's moo cows everywhere. We're gonna go right to where I killed a buck last year and just do spot and stock. So we'll bring you guys along. It could happen fast. You could think the antelope are coming right through your pinch point, and then they can decide that they want to go to that mountain, and they're there. They're just predictably unpredictable. We're up in the saddle watching you. There's 5 dudes in this bowl. Oh, that's not you.
That's not me.
Oh, was there 5 guys in the truck?
The truck up there on the point.
Yeah.
There's the truck that drove by just before I left.
First snake of the trip, and he's big. Like 5 minutes after I called it out.
Hey, we haven't seen any snakes yet. I said, why did you say that? Now, for those that are gonna be like, why do you kill these? Do you eat them? To the second question, no. To the first question, one less snake I'm gonna step on while I'm sneaking around. So there's this little basin me and Tyler have been hunting, had it to ourselves for the last 5 seasons. Last year was the first year I seen one hunter in there. Today we saw 6 different hunters hunting one teeny tiny basin, one herd, and they just moved that herd all the way around until they just blew them all out. We sat at a pinch point, and Tyler sat at a pinch point. That's the only way you can do here until they get to this one area that's got undulation, which was below us. They got blown out, so all those hunters are leaving. We got 4 bachelor bucks we found yesterday. We're gonna go up there, see if we can find them. We also have this ditch program. We'll show you that if we end up running that play, but we got plays. Just the day's young. First rattlesnake of the trip, 1 down, probably 8 or 9 more, who knows. So, yep.
Open that back up.
He's 215 yards. He's a really nice buck. We had to army crawl a long ways. And we still got a long ways to go. 215. Pretty good cover for the next 115. And it might just be me belly crawling in. So hopefully he stays there.
Hey, Dan Staten with ElkShape. I want to talk to you about ElkShape Camp 2023, 5 locations. But first, I started elk hunting about 20 years ago, and I spent about 5 minutes with a rifle and I had success. Then I switched to a bow, and it took me 5 seasons to finally punch that archery elk tag. That learning curve, albeit long, I wouldn't trade it for the world because it changed my life. And I want to accelerate your elk hunting learning curve, and I want you to leverage elk hunting to create the best possible version of yourself. So whether you're a brand new elk hunter, or maybe you've had some success but not consistent success, come rub elbows with me and my entire squad. My army of subject matter experts are amazing people. We're going to elevate your game and help create a blueprint so that you not only find success in the mountains, but outside the mountains. Check out the website elkshape.com to learn more. I hope to meet many of you in 2023 ElkShape camps. In the meantime, stay on your grind.
That line kind of in the middle is a trench. Dan is in that trench trying to get in front of those bucks. All those antelope are going to end up feeding out past Dan, hopefully. So come on, go down. Got good blood.
Let's catch you guys up to speed. This dude, I shot him 69 quartering away. We'll get you a close-up of this entry hole. Awesome. Used a Grim Reaper, fatal steel. But the angle was so severe that it definitely came in and got lodged up in here. It missed this lung and heart. So we hit him with one lung. As you guys see, he made it into that pivot. He bedded down. A bunch of whitetail jumped him out. They came in and jumped him out. He spooked him or whatever. I don't know why he ran, but he took off. He didn't go far, and we're going to enjoy every ounce of this. This is a tough animal, and we have a lot of respect for antelope. Yeah, it's been fun, but the main purpose of this video is Jake and I are scouting for elk. I got several trail cameras that have been soaking. We want to get those checked. We want to get Jake's tree saddle stakes in this tree. We'll show you what we're doing. We'll kind of vlog it, but that's the main purpose of this video, is mainly elk scouting with a little bit of antelope hunting. Got it done, spot and stock. Jake filmed. Not a ton of footage, but super fun. Spot and stock. Tyler got a buck, shared some of the meat at camp. It was awesome. And now we got more scouting to do. Let's go.
Jake's got a puffy. Oh no, Alpha Vertex, and I'm wearing Palisade puffy because it's summer.
That's cool. Here, look, I'll make it worse. I got this one too.
You got a pullover. Just had oatmeal, a little bit of coffee. Jake's water takes forever to boil. You want to talk about it?
No, because Dan started his water like 10 minutes ago.
No. Jet boil. It boils like a
All I'm
jet.
gonna say is I warmed you up water last night.
Oh, man alive.
Hate you right now.
Okay, got that cable on photos. Got this spring, made a small little puddle.
Jake and I split up. I got a platform, I got a camera. I'm gonna go check it. Stand by. That's a big bull. Look at this track right here. That's pretty wide.
You kind of have little hands though.
Both cell phone cameras, cellular cameras, they didn't transmit. And I was worried that they didn't take any photos, but fortunately they did. I burned through this one fast. This is the new Flex. It only took about 500, and it burned so much battery trying to get them transmitted. So, and those were lithiums. So smoked that, and then I had the camera pointed down too low, amateur. This one, however, took about 1,200 photos, burned through the lithiums, and took phenomenal photos. And I can't even tell you guys, there's not one cow here. This is a summering bull area. I bet we didn't look through them that like thoroughly, but I would say double-digit bulls. So there's a giant bachelor group in here, and they were not going to stay here, obviously. But when do they leave? Is it August 30th? I doubt it. Is it September 6th? Yeah, they're probably headed to go get the cows down in the valley over there. But this would be a great saddle setup. And I've got a couple trees picked out. I was gonna pull both cameras, but now I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave one for sure. Okay, new elk spot. Never been here before doing a scouting mission. We're set up. Got some tarps because got a storm coming. Canvas cutter. Got an Alps. And Jake, what is your cot?
Costco special.
Costco special. I got an Alps cots, canvas cutter, shelter, quick and nimble. Truck set up. Looks like he's a big old 5 or a 6. Oh. He just bugled and came at the other one. The one on the bottom backed off.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was bigger.
Okay, we got the camera on this game trail. We got a tree picked out. You can see it's cut out right there. Dried up wallow. On to the next one. All right, friends. Man, this year we're really excited for elk season. Obviously, a little bit more than maybe years past because I don't know how we did it, but I've put more time, boots on the ground than ever before. And I preach that you don't have to physically scout to do well, but let me give you guys some examples of the things that we're doing while scouting. I mean, obviously we went and checked a bunch of trail cameras that I put out, and trail cameras are great for inventory, animal density, predators in the area, other hunters. But don't be surprised when the velvet comes off and the testosterone goes up and the daylight dwindles, where bulls just up and leave and go in search of cows or go get staged for the rut. So I got a couple spots, one in particular, a water source that I am going to hunt really hard August 30th and 31st. That's in Idaho. Those bulls could be gone by then, but it's a gamble, and I'm going to tree stand hunt them, something I've never done before. Jake's got a couple spots where he's set up actual pegs in a tree in a beautiful pinch point, but that is prior knowledge. We've seen elk go through there. We've chased elk through there. It's a phenomenal pinch point. Get his scent profile, scent cone off the ground and shoot elk from above using a saddle system from tethered. Pretty cool. We found, and this is another thing of scouting, is we took a dirt bike trail last night and we didn't film a lot of it, but it was at a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most technical. I'm gonna give it a 9.1, 9.2. I know I tipped over twice and I went backwards on my bike going up a hill climb. And I'm a little banged up today. My wrist feels, I just feel like I played in a football game. I'm just banged up. I'll let Jake explain here in a second how his ride went, but we had thunder, lightning, downpour, wet rocks, and it was a 9-mile one way. It was a tough ride. Today, we found a different way in that's only a 5 to 6 mile ride. A couple spots that are sketchy, but all in all, way easier, and it's way more our style over here. So what's our style? We like places where dirt bikes are legal and four-wheelers are not. Check. I like high country sage with mix of timber and meadows where glassing is king. Water maybe not be abundant, but it is a little more scarce, so it's a little more, you can predict where the elk are gonna be, and they need that water. It's not like running creeks and timber. So this area really checks a lot of boxes for me. I heard elk, Jake saw elk today. We glassed up 2 giant bulls. These are really big herd bulls hanging out together. One even bugled, and when he was done with his bugle, he kind of came at his partner with his horns, and his partner like flinched. Got that on video. It was awesome. Survived, heard the loudest thunder. That's the closest I've been to thunder and lightning ever, and my butt did pucker. Oh yeah, and we antelope hunted. And this was mainly an elk hunting trip. So logistics for us scouting is not just finding elk sign, it's figuring out the to and froms, how to access, what's the best way to get in, where to glass from, where to camp, where to get water. We have done all that, and now we just have 10 days, and then we're going full send. Now it's Jake's turn to give you his recap.
Last night, that trail that we went on, like, I'm a pretty decent rider on a bike. That was like extreme difficulty level. I crashed 4 times. The last time on my leg pretty bad, so I'm a little banged up too, but nothing's broken. We're good. I can still shoot my bow, so we're moving on. We're Xing that section off. We don't need to go in there unless something dies in there, and then I'm not riding a bike in there. I will walk. But today we found great water sources, great camping spot. I saw a ton of elk. I saw a really good sign, a lot of rubs that are old historic rubs, but a lot of new rubs too. And they're going on this main travel pattern, not too far from camp, and there's good grass, there's good cover, good timber. So getting in here and scouting was a good job for sure. We did see a little bit of people in the area not too far, but other than that, this is a great spot. So I'm stoked. We got 10 days and we're gonna be hunting.